We have an abundance of Star Wars content coming out this week, and next week, full comics are on the ready. November 4th marks the release of 2 comics, Star Wars Adventures, Shadow of Vader's Castle, and Star Wars issue number 8, the Star Wars series of 2020, where we see a familiar face going after another more familiar face. Let's just say Darth Vader and Tarkin would be proud of their new girl. Now, Star Wars has released 5 preview pages of Star Wars issue number 8. As we've discussed previous times, Star Wars does this. As a Star Wars comic fan, I truly love this. The way they market these comics are perfect, not only with summarizing them with synopsis and covers, but now a week ahead of time they release 5 pages for the fans to be excited about, and naturally me as a Star Wars comic fan, I gotta jump on it as quickly as possible and talk to you guys, give you guys the rub, talk about the new kid on the block. And the new kid on the block is Star Wars issue number 8, 5 pages released, where the Empire is now fully hunting down the Rebel Alliance. The first page shows chaos. The Empire has trapped the Rebel Alliance, and a boarding ship is approaching the main capital ship of the Rebels. Rebel soldiers are seen trying to prepare for an incoming attack around the airlock, but all of a sudden an explosion occurs and the invasion has begun. It's the new girl on the block, trained by the deceased Tarkin himself, who had years ago died on the Death Star. For those who don't remember, the Star Wars 2020 series and the Darth Vader 2020 series take place in between episode 5 and 6, so Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. Everything that happened in between that was a huge gap in previous canon where we didn't know anything about what occurred around that timeline, but now we have a very good idea with more Darth Vader issues coming and this issue now growing more and more. We know what happened in between those films, and in between those films we get introduced to a protege that we were previously not aware of, and that was Commander Zara, who had close relationships with not only Tarkin, who was the primary caretaker of Zara and molded her what she became now, but she also had close ties with Darth Vader as well. After this incoming attack on the Rebels, let's just say Darth Vader would be very proud of Commander Zara. Reminiscent of the beginning of A New Hope, she enters the same way Darth Vader did, with a contingent of stormtroopers and her leading the way. On the other side, Leia was now talking to Luke, who was holding off the Imperial fleet, and he went as far as to tell Leia that the Imperials have the 7th Division's cruiser pinned down, and so they haven't been able to scramble their fighters just yet. In this effort, Luke is helping as well, as we see him destroy a TIE fighter in the process together with R2. But at that moment, Commander Greg comes over and tells Leia that they have been officially boarded by the Empire. Luke heard this as well and could not believe that they were boarded, but at that moment, Leia, not wanting to distract Luke, told him that she has to go and stopped comms with Skywalker. She told him to just keep flying. At that time, aboard the ship, Commander Zara with her troopers were making their way against the rebels who were no match for them. You can see Zara at one hand shooting a rebel scum, as she called them, slicing the other with her melee weapon. The rebels stood no chance as Commander Zara was slowly advancing. Now Leia was concerned. Did this boarding party meant that they were in danger personally? But Commander Greg assured her that no, this was a small squad and he has sent teams in order to handle it. This shouldn't be any problem. But they underestimated the tenacity of Commander Zara, who was not about to give up. All their teams were being dismantled. Commander Zara, now with her troops, were starting to advance to the engine room. Greg was now ready for an incoming attack. He just didn't see the point of sending a boarding party at all. Sabotage doesn't make sense, and if they wanted them destroyed, they have a Star Destroyer. They could have just shot them down. But Leia was starting to piece the puzzle together. They wouldn't have sent a team for no reason. There has to be something they want aboard this ship. All of a sudden, at that time, an alarm starts going off. Both of them are startled, and one of the engineers tells Commander Greg that they have a problem. A flare-up in the primary reactor. One of the safety systems has failed and is building to critical. Now Commander Greg yelled to send a crew to the engine room. They had to get that locked down before, but right at that moment as he was talking, Commander Zara was on comms, and she told them that she has deactivated the safety controls on their main reactor. The ship will explode in a matter of minutes. However, that is not the reason why she boarded this vessel. She in fact was after Princess Leia Organa, and she wanted her captured alive by any means necessary. Unfortunately for us though, this is where the preview page ends, and we'll have to wait until Wednesday to find out what happens afterwards. But what I believe is she will use the others as bargaining chips in order to capture Leia, in order for practically Leia to give up herself to Commander Zara. Now, why was Zara so obsessed with Leia? Well, she was very close to Tarkin. In fact, she considered Tarkin her master, her father in a way, and once Tarkin died aboard the Death Star, now Commander Zara was intent on revenge, and she knew who was mainly responsible. It was Leia who led the rebel fleet that day, and it was her responsible for Tarkin's death. All Zara wanted was revenge, and the Emperor and Darth Vader knew this. They knew perfectly how to wield somebody who was burning with revenge inside of their heart. That was their speciality. And this is how I believe things will go down. I think that yes, in the end, Leia will sacrifice herself in order to save others, as has been her motto and the motto of the Skywalkers. She will give up herself to Zara to be captured and brought to justice, a prisoner of the Empire once more. Things though might not shake up as Zara had intended. I think that in the end Luke will come to the rescue. He knows about the danger Leia's in, and he probably is gunning down for the Empire more now than ever, because not only is he privy of information that Leia's in danger, but he can sense her through the Force. They have a connection. So Luke will feel immediately the fear inside of Leia that she has been captured by the Empire. Where there is Luke Skywalker, there will definitely be Darth Vader as well. Once Vader learns that they have captured Leia and Luke Skywalker is near, Vader will take this matter personally. He will be present when Leia will be imprisoned by Zara, and Zara will take Leia to Vader personally, where both of them will await for Luke's response. Something to that effect, I believe, is what's going to happen in the full comic that is going to release on Wednesday, so stay tuned for that. I can't wait. I'm so excited. Guys, leave your thoughts as well down below in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and if you enjoyed, leave a thumbs up down below, subscribe for dailies. Now you can have an awesome day, Star Wars fans. I'll see you in the next video, and may the Force be with you. Until then.